introduce it up there.
This one?
No. The one on the bottom, very bottom to the right, all the way to the right, all the way to the right. Click that one.
That's notifications.
No. The you're gonna make me go over. Yes. Howdy, everybody. We're working on a smooth start. We're not quite there yet. So I started a couple of minutes early here because I'm going to try and share this to a couple of pages that I belong to. So it looks like I'm on. So what do I do here? Share. Now I'm lost. So I think I shared it to my page. I'm going to share to a group or two. Here, 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 here. Here. And I hope these people don't mind me sharing. I'm not really sure how this works so far. So, Curvink.
And Joy are watching.
So Kathy and Joy are watching, and so have you noticed that I'm in my usual spot here at my house, not at the Fred house, like I had talked about doing. That was kind of the plan for this week, but because of, I'm sure everybody is aware that the numbers for the coronavirus, it's just everything is shutting down basically. So we decided just not to do it there in a more public place, and just to stay here for at least the next couple of weeks and see if things get better, and then maybe try it at the Fred house. So that is the plan. Thank you all very much for joining me. Otherwise, things are beautiful here. The weather is beautiful. I've got my our grandson Liam is here with us. He may kind of come up and join me again like he did last week. What I didn't really explain last week is that I spend a lot of time with him when he's here, and he and I will just walk around and I sing goofy little songs to him, and he has a little red guitar, and I'll get out my guitar, and we just kind of goof around and play songs and sing songs. So when he sees me up here, that's what he's expecting. It's like, okay, let's do this like we always do. So he's kind of coming up right now. We'll see where he ends up and see if he joins me or not. But and he's getting close to the computer mouse. We'll see if he shuts it all down or sends us to China. Anything can happen, folks. How you doing there? The other big news is he is walking. He wasn't really walking. He was walking very cautiously, kind of, hanging on to someone or hanging on to something up until this week, up until yesterday, really. And he's walking. He's walking on his own. Doesn't always. He still kind of, chooses to have a little, safety help with it. But, you can see the top of his head right here. What a cute little top of your head there. So he's kind of wandering around. He just took all my pics. So I hope I don't lose any, but I'm going to sing a song and see what happens. So Liam's here, Nikki's here, and our son Jesse, and then Susie's here. Again, glad you all could join us. This is a song that I wrote with my good friend Bruce Bromberg from High Tone Records. This is called No Good Time for Leaving. There's a sign out on the highway, out where the interstate begins. You can see which way you're going, but not where the journey ends. They say that love should last a lifetime, and I always wished I could agree. Seems like the worst I could imagine has got the best of you and me. No, there ain't no good time for leaving. There ain't no good time for goodbyes. Seems like the past keeps on repeating. I think it's time we realize we're not the best thing for each other, but it's so hard to let love die. No, there ain't no good time for leaving. There ain't no good time for goodbyes. You keep your job in the apartment, I'll take the car and cigarettes. Please don't tell me what you're feeling. Some things are better left unsaid. No, I don't know my destination, and I can't say the reason why. But don't look to me for consolation. I couldn't give you a reply. No, there ain't no good time for leaving. There ain't no good time for goodbyes. Seems like the past keeps on repeating. I think it's time we realize we're not the best thing for each other, but it's so hard to let love die. There ain't no good time for leaving. There ain't no good time for goodbyes. There ain't no good time for leaving. There ain't no good time for goodbyes. Seems like the past keeps on repeating. I think it's time we realize we're not the best thing for each other, but it's so hard to let love die. There ain't no good time for leaving. There ain't no good time for goodbye. No, there ain't no good time for leaving. There ain't no good time for goodbye. Thank you very much. So I've got Jesse and Nikki here for a little bit of applause, which is very nice. How's the volume? Is anybody talking about the volume? I turned the volume up.
Martha says it could be a little louder.
Well, I'm going to turn it up for Martha here. I'm going to have to duck down here and do this down right here and see how that is. Like I said, the last couple of weeks I've got a new... I didn't do much of anything. I'm going to do it a little bit more. I've got a new interface that I'm still getting used to. That's Liam in the background there, so he just had a nice nap, so he's feeling pretty good, I think. I'll do a song off of the new album here. This is called Big Rain is Coming, Mama. And it's, I send this out to everybody down on the South Coast, Louisiana, Texas, it's been going through so many storms this year. And really anybody that, all of us actually, we've been through kind of a hell of a big storm for about 4 years. It seems to be dying down, but nobody really can tell. It's still day by day. This is called Big Storms Coming, Mama. Well, the big rain is coming, Mama. Better start to batten it down. Hey, the rich folks all leaving. The big boats already left town. Well, I got a rusty old bucket and a busted old knife. Don't look like much, but it might save your life. Big rain is coming, Mama. Better start to batten it down. Hey, the big wind is blowing, Mama. The leaves all starting to fly. You better close up your windows. Bring all your chickens inside. Yeah, it starts with a whisper, turns into a scream. Things start to shaking like you've never seen. Big wind is blowing, Mama. The leaves all starting to fly. Hey, the big storm's coming, Mama. The water's started to rise. You better start to take cover. Try to find a place you can hide. Yeah, let go of your grievances. It's time to move on. Say a little prayer, Mama. We might all be gone. Big storm's coming, Mama. The water's started to rise. The big rain is coming, Mama. Better start to batten it down. Hey, the rich folks all leaving. The big boats already left town. Well, I got a rusty old bucket and a busted old knife. Don't look like much, but it might save your life. Big rain is coming, Mama. Better start to batten it down. Well, I got a busted old bucket and a rusty old knife. Don't look like much, but it might save your life. Big rain is coming, Mama. Better start to batten it down. Hey, the big rain is coming, Mama. Better start to batten it down. Hey, the big rain is coming, Mama. Better start to batten it down. Thank you. So that's Big Rain is Coming, Mama. Not Big Storm. I gave the wrong title there. I think I have to turn my interface down again.
It
Just a little.
sounds good.
Well, I got to turn it down just a, who said that?
Martha and Joy.
Martha, I'm going to have to turn that down just a little bit. I'm getting red lights. So, you got your pick there, buddy? Got a couple of picks. I'm going to do a song that, if Liam doesn't decide he wants to join me, I can't tell yet, but, he's walking. Liam is walking all around the house. He was out in the driveway, out in the yard, out in the garage, all around the house. This is a song that's off of the last, not my most recent, the new album. Oh, I forgot to grab a copy. Can you grab me a copy, Sue, whenever you get a second? But my new album, which just came out last month on the 23rd, that's what that last song is from, and I'll do, of course, a few more songs from that. This song is from my album in 2017, I think it was. This album is called The Town Where I Live. This is my latest album. This is called Love and Desperation, and I'll show this a couple of more times. It's available from me or anywhere that sells music online. You can get it at Amazon or really anywhere, Apple Music. You can download it from iTunes, of course, or any of the music downloading sites. It's available just about everywhere. But this song is from a couple of years ago, the album from a couple of years ago, and it's called The Road to Jericho. And the Road to Jericho, it's an old road, it's an ancient road. It runs from Jerusalem to Jericho. And in ancient times, biblical times, it was a well-traveled route. It was a popular road. It was a well-used road. But it was a dangerous road. It was a treacherous road. You took your chances with robbers and thieves along the road to Jericho. It's where the story from the Old Testament of the Good Samaritan that gets robbed and left for dead, that story, that took place on the road to Jericho. And I wrote this song right after the elections, I think in 2016, and at that time I kind of really was very concerned with what was happening, and I thought I didn't know, and I thought maybe a lot of people didn't know really what was going on or what had happened, but I kind of knew in some kind of way that whatever was going on, whatever was happening, we were all going to have to go through it together, which is kind of what has been happening for the last 4 years. This song talks about the divisiveness, the divided families and that sort of thing. So it's called the Road to Jericho. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, shadows lay across the ground. That old dark cloud is hanging low down the road to Jericho. My father said he'd meet me there with open doors and room to share. My brother begged me not to go down the road to Jericho. My mother's voice called out to me, long forgotten memories. My sister warned me, travel slow down the road to Jericho. A stranger soon came passing by, stopped to rest and dry his eyes. He turned and started walking slow down the road to Jericho. Our sins are plain to see, and all that's left is what will be. And all the peace we'll ever know is down the road to Jericho. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, shadows lay across the ground. That old dark cloud is hanging low down the road to Jericho. Down the road to Jericho. Thank you, baby. So I'll do another song from that album. Again, the album's titled The Town Where I Live. I think it was released in 2017. This is a song called, this is a blues called the Starkville Blues. Starkville is a town in Mississippi with a bit of a black eye in their past. In 1965, they arrested Johnny Cash and they threw him in jail. Are you looking to join me? Or are you just still cruising? Liam's got his sippy cup and he's cruising around. In 1965, they arrested Johnny Cash and they threw him in jail. And I've heard a lot of different versions of what the story was, what happened. But in this song, I decided to take the point of view of Johnny Cash and try and imagine how he might have felt about the town of Starkville, Mississippi after he got out of jail. This is called the Starkville Blues. Well, if you go down to Starkville, you better lay your money down. Well, if you go down to Starkville, man, you better lay your money down. Yeah, there ain't nothing free in Starkville. It's just a rough and dirty town. Yeah, well, the people there in Starkville, they can treat you hard and treat you cold. Well, the people there in Starkville, they can treat you hard and treat you cold. Yeah, things are different there in Starkville from all the stories you've been told. Liam's got the book that I read to him. It's called Palama Mama. Dude, I can't do it right now. Can you wait until I'm done? Well, I knew a girl in Starkville. She was tough, and she was mean. Well, I knew a girl in Starkville. Yeah, she was tough and she was mean. Yeah, she had the devil in her eyes and a pistol in her jeans. Yeah, well, I went down to Starkville. I had my guitar in my hand. Well, I went down to Starkville. I had my guitar in my hand. The sheriff there in Starkville He took my guitar in my band. Yeah, well, if you go down to Starkville, you better learn to sing the blues. Yeah, well, if you go down to Starkville, man, you better learn to sing the blues. Yeah, all the people there in Starkville, all they get is just bad news. Yeah, well, if you go down to Starkville, you better lay your money down. Yeah, well, if you go down to Starkville, man, you better lay your money down. There ain't nothing free in Starkville. It's just a rough and dirty town. Yeah, there ain't nothing free in Starkville. It's just a rough and dirty town. Thank you, baby. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm going to turn my phone off here. I kind of left it going. I'm not sure what would happen. End up in the twilight zone one way or another, I think. So, as I was saying, yeah, things in California now, I'm sure most of you probably know, but things are shutting down once again because the numbers of infections are getting so high. It's getting so dangerous and so out of control. Basically, the hospitals are filling up is what they're afraid of. There won't be any room for anybody, whatever they go into a hospital for. So everybody is advised to just stay home. And that's what we're trying to do. So I'm going to do a couple of songs that are off my latest album, the Love and Desperation, this album. First song's another blues. It's called the Down at the Bar at Gypsy Sally's. Gypsy Sally's, of course, reference to the barmaid, the bar in the great Townes Van Zandt song, Tecumseh Valley, Gypsy Sally. So, but the song is kind of my just imagining just a wild bar scene, just from all of my years of playing in bars and being in bars, just what I imagine would be kind of wild and interesting to me, at least, some of the characters that I populated it with. This is called Down at the Bar at Gypsy Sally's. Down at the bar at Gypsy Sally's, just be cool and you'll be alright. You can pick your pills or pick your poison, but man, you sure don't pick a fight. She's got a shotgun in the corner. She keeps a shiv behind the bar. And if someone tries to play some masquerade, man, they sure won't get too far. Down at the bar at Gypsy Sally's, Stagger Lee is shooting pool. Little Walter's in the alley, making a mess of some poor fool. Lightning's Jones in the corner. Frankie Lee is with the band. When Thelma pulls a pistol out, says she's going to shoot some man. You know it's not some grand illusion. Yeah, it's not some wicked dream. The whiskey smells like dynamite and tastes like kerosene. Down at the bar at Gypsy Sally's, no one ever asks your name. Delilah's taking numbers, but no one seems to know the game. Caledonia's drinking at the bar. The Wolfman's on the prowl. Just before the sun comes up, you might hear him start to howl. Down at the bar at Gypsy Sally's. Down at the bar at Gypsy Sally's. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Liam. So, yeah, and I'm gonna do one more. So that's off of the new album. I'm gonna do another song here off of the new album. Another blues. A lot of the songs on the new album are blues or blues-based. It's just to me, such a powerful form, musical form, structure. Of course, it's in all most forms of popular music, at least that I'm really paying attention to, are based on the blues. So arguably, maybe America's greatest musical contribution to the world of music would be the blues. I'd be in favor of that argument. Excuse me for tuning, the weather changed on me. So let me get this one in line. And it doesn't want to. I think that's a little bit better. Anyhow, another song off of the new album, another blues. This is called Nashville Blues. Song about kind of lost dreams, not getting to where you thought you might get. and sort of some of the things that we tell ourselves sometimes, trying to convince ourselves that we don't want the things that maybe we really want, I guess. It's kind of, to me, it's a complicated song. It's about a lot of different things. I didn't think it was really about me really very all that much when I wrote it, but the more I sang it and the more I got responses from people, I'm not so sure about that. It's also kind of a goofy song to me in a way. It's not, it doesn't seem completely serious. So this is the Nashville Blues. Well, I'm real glad I never went to Nashville. Yeah, things probably wouldn't have worked out anyway. Well, I've got a lot of friends that moved to Nashville. And sometimes they say they wonder why they stay. Well, I might have had some better luck in Nashville. I might have got a better gig or two. Hey, about all the drunks and fallen stars in the honky-tonks and bars say I'm better off at home singing the blues. Yeah, folks used to say, man, you gotta move to Nashville. That's where Hank and George and Johnny got their start. And yeah, it's true, they all got real big in Nashville. But it's also where their lives all fell apart. But still, a good song can make you rich in Nashville. At least that's what I've always heard folks say. But then you're bound to go insane with girls and sweet cocaine, and I guess that's just the price you gotta pay. Well, I guess I'm never gonna get to Nashville. I guess I'll just stay here and sing the blues. And if you go and see my friends in Nashville, say hello and have a drink or two. Well, I don't know if I'll shed a tear for Nashville, or worry about the way things might have been. All you can do is play your cards. Sometimes your dreams die hard. I guess that's just the way things happen in the end. All you can do is play your cards. Sometimes your dreams die hard, and I guess that's just the way things happen in the end. Thank you very much. So yeah, there you go. The perils of show business, in a blues song, in a blues structure. So, what have you been busy writing down there?
My Christmas list.
You serious?
No. People that are watching.
Susie's writing down some names of some people that are watching, but she won't show it to me yet. So.
I'll give it to you right now.
So let me say hello to a few people here. See if I can read. So, Joy, my sister Joy out there in Rialto, Kathy and Jeff Kervink in La Habra, I think. La Habra Heights. Shelly Fetterman up in Fresno. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Joy. Martha Rowley in Saxton's River, Vermont, up there in the northeast, where I believe it's getting cold. Cheryl Gaffney, old friend in San Bernardino. Hi to Gladys, or hi to Martha, Cheryl, Shelly, Kathy, and Jeff and Joy. Thank you for tuning in. Gladys in Oslo. You get the travel award, of course. My dear friend Gladys that lives in Oslo, Norway. Gary Goldmine, who we played in bands, not together, but competing bands, and San Bernardino in the old honky tonks. Bill Kuhn up there in Seattle, I think. The great John Langford, taking time out from playing and with 100 different bands and from creating just such stellar artwork to tune in. Thank you, John. It's always an honor to see your name there. John in Chicago, Bill in Seattle, and Gary in basically Chicago too, south or a little north of Chicago. I can't remember where you're at, Gary. A little north of Chicago, I think. Laurel Arnseth, I'm not sure where you are. Thank you for tuning in. My old friend Steve Chapman from San Bernardino, who's out in Redlands now. Tony Zamora, who we play music together when we can in Tony's band, great band, Tremoloco, and he helped me write one of the songs that I'll be singing here in just a little bit. My old friend Terry Montoya and her husband Dan down there in the San Diego Beach area. I can't remember. Terry and I have known each other since junior high school. Bob Bergen and family watching here in Covina. Hey, shout out to Covina. Lawrence Bender on the west side over there in Santa Monica. Feeder Martin Homer in Orange County somewhere. Rick Esquerdo in Houston. Hey, Rick, how are you doing? Glad to see you tuning in. Judy Hogan in Las Vegas, I think. Judy, we also know, going back to San Bernardino in high school. My dear friend Evangeline up in Silver City, Nevada, who has been helping me with my digital music and some of these online shows. Thank you so much, Evangeline. Voicelove, here in San Bernardino also, or Covina also, West Covina, I think. Friend from the Fred House, Frank Schnetz. Howdy, Frank. Thank you for tuning in. Tony Dodd, that we used to play together in bars and stuff. Wonderful, powerful singer, Tony. I'm so glad you tuned in. Brian O'Neill, who worked so hard helping promote the album. Brian from Conqueroo, thank you for tuning in. Barbara Rako Thornell in North Carolina, I think. Also from San Bernardino. We were in high school together. Thank you for tuning in. Mark Gaucher over on the west side. Thank you all for tuning in. I think Susie's going to add to the list. And everybody else, anybody I haven't mentioned, thank you so much for tuning in and for your support. I'll do a song that's also from not the most recent album, but the last album. And send this out to my sister Cindy, who I'm sure is listening up in Reno Sparks area. This is called Hold On Jake. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. You got $1, I got a dime. You get the liquor, I'll get the wine. Cain starts to shout, Abel starts to holler. Moses called a sheriff for the very last time. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Mama's got a pistol, Papa's got a gun. There's not a lot of difference when you gotta run. Daniel can't dance, Lucy's in a corner. Cindy's gone to Reno with the Good Shepherd's son. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Yeah, you can hold on to faith, hold on to something, hold on to whiskey if it gets the job done. Throw it all away, it's all a little risky, like some old hound dog just laying in the sun. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Hold on, Jake. Hold on, Jake. Hold on, Jake. Thank you very much, and thank you all for tuning in, and thank you so much for tuning in all of these weeks here. This has been, I don't know the number of weeks, I didn't count that up, but this has actually been now 10 months. I'm sure that probably many of you are aware of that, but I just counted it up the other night, lying awake, waking up in the middle of the night and kind of thinking about things. This has been going on now for 10 months, and we got a few to go, so looks like it's gonna be about a year out of our lives getting through this thing. So I'll do another song off of the new album, another blues. This is called Blues at Midnight. One of my favorites. It's kind of an old country style song. Blues at Midnight. Blues at midnight, blues at dawn. The blues have been with me ever since you've been gone. I can't seem to shake them, they just keep hanging on. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. I can't stop from crying, I can't get no sleep. I can't lose these memories now, they're just mine to keep. A train in the distance with a long lonesome moan reminds me my baby left me here all alone. I toss and turn, and I walk the floor. I can't believe you won't come home anymore. The night winds whisper a sad, lonesome song. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. I toss and turn, and I walk the floor. Can't believe you won't come home anymore. The night winds whisper a sad, lonesome song. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. Blues at midnight, blues at dawn. The blues have been with me ever since you've been gone. I can't seem to shake them, they just keep hanging on. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. Thank you very much. See y'all getting out of here. Looks like you're packing up.
Pretty soon.
Hey, mister, are you going to come join me? Doesn't look like we're going to get a guest appearance tonight.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
I'll let him decide. You want to come sing a song? Okay, we got the synthetic corner guards. Okay, we got both of those. Come on, let's do a little song here real quick. Come on. You need one of those with you, or both of them? Oh, this is Liam, everybody. And I haven't been very good about learning songs. I really only learned one so far, but he still seems to like it. It's actually Elmo's song, but I sing it as Liam's song. So it works really good if everybody sings along, even though you're out there in the virtual world, I know. And maybe we'll get Liam to kind of dance or sing along a little bit here. He likes to grab the strings on the guitar as I play. He's not 100% clear on the concept yet, but he's joining in, and that's all that matters. So, la 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 la, Liam's world. La 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 la, Liam's world. La 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 la. It was a little out of tune. I think you fixed it. La 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 la. La 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 la, Liam's world, Elmo's world. La 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 la. One more time. La 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 la, Elmo's world. La 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 la, Liam's world, Elmo's world. La 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 la. Drop something. Want to sing it one more time? Or do you need to get down and pick those up? La 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 la, Liam's World. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. We're gonna do what we call a tag here. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Slow retard at the end, big finish. La. Good job. That was a good job. Are we done or are we going to do another one? It's up to you. It's your call. The next one I need a capo for. And the next one is a family song, which seems appropriate. Not sure how this is going to work out. Sometimes he ducks out, like he'll get tired of it and duck out, maybe at the beginning or maybe partway into it, but we'll see. This is a song that is called Juanita, Why Are You So Mean? And Juanita is, this is the setup, son, I got to go through this part, sorry. Juanita is Susie's mom's name, and she was a little bit standoffish to Susie's dad when they were first meeting, and she wouldn't tell him her name, and she was kind of acting like she was gonna kind of not have. You gonna take off? We done here? That's cool. Come back if you can.
He really likes this song, so we'll hang out for this song.
Yeah. So this is kind of the story of Susie's mom and dad, and this is a song that my friend Tony Zamora helped me write this. He wrote the Spanish lyric, which is some of the best lyrics on this song. Talks about Toloache and being under the spell. Toloache is kind of a psychoactive love potion that you have to know. Some of the back alley sort of curanderas or witch doctors. That's probably not the right word, but you're not going to get it in the regular drugstore anyhow. So this is called Juanita, Why Are You So Mean? I'll do it with the monkey. That's okay. Come on. No? All right. He was giving me the sock monkey to take his place. That's a considerate thing. He's not going to be up here, so he was sending in a sub, but it's not going to work out. I never saw it coming. I never had a clue. Just minding my own business. That's when I first saw you. I liked your rings and necklace. I liked your long black hair. I almost fell to pieces. You didn't seem to care. Estoy bajo de tu hechizo y no entiendo por qué. Es el poder del Toloache o algo más que no puedo ver. No puede ser. We've been upside down and inside out and back and forth and in between. But from the start, you broke my heart. Juanita, why are you so mean? I heard it from your mama. I heard it from your friends. That girl will leave you crying and broken in the end. You spent up all my money. You somehow lost my car. I'm sorry we got started. I'm sorry that it went this far. Juan Ciego puede ser un hombre. Es triste pero es verdad. La próxima vez necesito mi coche Porque ahora no tengo nada, no tengo nada. We've been upside down and inside out and back and forth and in between. But from the start, you broke my heart. Juanita, why are you so mean? We've been upside down and inside out and back and forth and in between. But from the start, you broke my heart. Juanita, why are you so mean? Juanita, why are you so mean? Juanita, why are you so mean? Thank you very much. Liam enjoyed that one. He was dancing up a storm. I thought he was going to cut loose with a Guido, but not this time. He has before. So I'll send that out also to my friend Rick Esquerdo, who I think is still listening. Rick has, of course, from KPFT down there in Houston, and now has his own podcast and was kind enough to have me as a guest a couple of months ago, or a couple of weeks ago. Few weeks ago when the album first came out last month. So howdy, Rick. Hope you're doing good. So things have been crazy here in the world for the last 4 years. I wrote this song as one of the songs on the new album. We made a video for this song. My good friend Ron Resnick helped me with it. And when I say he helped me with it, basically, I mean, he did the whole thing, had the concept. All I had to do was show up for a day and sort of sing along to the track. I had a couple of ideas, most of which he wisely ignored. You gonna come join me again, or you just, doesn't look like it? We'll send in the Sock Monkeys. So this is called The World's Gone Crazy. And like I said, we made a video for this song. You can check it out on my website. Premiered on Pop Matters a few weeks ago, like I said, when the album first came out. It's another kind of a blues minor key. This is called The World's Gone Crazy. Gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. I know. The world's gone crazy. You'd better hold on to the ones that you love. You know, I walked through the garden. I walked through the valley. And I walked through the city. Yeah, trouble's all over this world. Yeah, the world's gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. You'd better hold on to the ones that you love. Hold on to your brother. Hold on to your sister. Hold on to your mother. Yeah, everybody better just hold on. Yeah, the world's gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. It has. You'd better hold on to the ones that you love. Okay, the lead break now. You'd better talk to the lawyer. You'd better talk to the preacher. You'd better talk to the governor. Yeah, people need some love right now. Yeah, the world's gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. You'd better hold on to the ones that you love. Yeah, the world's gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. You'd better hold on to the ones that you love. You'd better hold on to the ones that you love. You'd better hold on to the ones that you love. Thank you very much. That's Liam in the background. Yeah, all you can do is just laugh about it sometimes. There's no other... So I did this song last week. This is the title track of a couple of albums ago. This is called Shelter Valley Blues. My brother lives down in Shelter Valley in eastern San Diego County, out in the desert between the mountain town of Julian and the desert monument down there in Borrego Springs. About midway down, if you're going down the Banner grade from the mountain town of Julian, about midway down you get to S2, Highway S2, which used to be the Great Southern Stagecoach Road, ran from the gold fields in California to the trading center, oh thank you honey, to the trading center in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And now it's just kind of a desert highway, I guess. And if you turn right and go south, you're in Shelter Valley. Beautiful place, desolate, remote. But I went down and visited my brother Dan down there. He's a bit of a loner. Likes to keep to himself for the most part down there. And he picked a good place to do that in. But I went down and I visited him, and I came back and I wrote this song. And it's not really about my brother Dan, but it's about a guy a lot like him, I would say. So this is called Shelter Valley Blues. Well, I've seen storms that roll across this lonesome valley. Felt thunder rattle right down to my floor. Laid awake and heard the howling, the coyotes out prowling, and the dusting devils right outside my door. Well, they say this ain't no place for fools or dreamers, but a foolish dream is all I've ever known. I came looking here for shelter from the sun and sand and swelter, and the trouble that still haunts me to my bones. Well, I walked into the fire, slightly stoned and slightly wired, tried to lose myself in mescaline and booze. Now I've got no recollection of my death or resurrection, but I damn sure got these Shelter Valley blues. Yeah, I damn sure got these Shelter Valley blues. Well, I've seen them come for sinning for salvation, like pilgrims stumble through a field of stone. Pretty soon you see him fall, pretty soon you see him crawl, and pretty soon you see him leaving here alone. And she always said someday she'd try to find me, and she said no matter what that she'd be true. But I've forgotten all those lies, the truth was written in her eyes. Anyway, I've got no more that I can lose. While I walked into the fire, slightly stoned and slightly wired, tried to lose myself in mescaline and booze. Now I've got no recollection of my death or resurrection, but I damn sure got these Shelter Valley blues. Yeah, I walked into the fire, slightly stoned and slightly wired, tried to lose myself in mescaline and booze. Now I've got no recollection of my death or resurrection, but I damn sure got these Shelter Valley blues. Yeah, I damn sure got these Shelter Valley blues. Thanks very much. How you doing there, mister?
He's got a diaper change. He's good. But we probably are going to head home.
Oh, you gonna get out of here now, honey?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. What do you think? Mic drop.
Liam, out.
I'll do one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs. This is a song called, it's got a crazy long title. It's called, oh, you taking off?
Yeah.
See you later. See you, mister. See you, Jesse. Bye, Nikki. Thanks for coming over.
Absolutely. We'll probably see you tomorrow.
Okay, good. So the kids have been coming over, and Jesse's been working on a new Jeep that they got, kind of getting it fixed up. So you driving it home tonight?
Yep, first major voyage.
All right. Well, good luck
Thank you.
getting all of the check engine lights to stay off, which can
If
be.
anybody knows Jeeps, they know how troublesome that is.
Yeah, I don't know if you all heard Jesse, but it's kind of a feature with Jeeps. So, but they're wonderful vehicles. And good night, you guys. Love you. But they do take a bit of work. Jeeps take a bit of work. I had a TJ, a beautiful blue TJ, Wrangler TJ that I loved it. Had it for about 3, 4, 5 years. I can't remember. and took some great trips in it. Drove the Mojave Road, went up to Big Bear many times, little one-day outings. Went up to Monachi Meadows and camped overnight, a couple of nights up there, into the Sierras, into the high Sierras. So we took some great trips, and Jesse and my other son Matt both have their four-wheel drive vehicles. So it's like I said, some great trips. But with Jeeps, they need a bit of service. You need to. They say Jeep, Jeep, stands for just empty every pocket. So that's not a very nice thing to say. They're wonderful vehicles, like I said, and mine never left me stranded. And passed it along and got a Nissan truck, four-wheel drive truck. So anyhow, this is one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs. This is called, like I said, It Takes a Lot to Laugh. It Takes a Train to Cry. Kind of a crazy title, which appears nowhere in the song. But it's a train song, and I'm going to send this out to all of my friends that I got to ride the rails, the trains with for so many years. Roots on the Rails trips all over the West Coast. They did some trips on the East Coast. I was never really a part of those. Since I live in California, I was part of trips out here on the West Coast. And a trip up to Alaska last year in September. So amazing trips, almost impossible to describe. They've also done some, they took a train trip to Mexico. They've been to Cuba a number of times, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now. And I think they have more trips planned, but everything is kind of still shut down. So everything is kind of on hold. But if you have any interest in those sorts of trips, you can look up Roots on the Rails online and get a lot of information. You can see a lot of information about past trips. My name even appears there in a couple of places, I think. So anyhow, I send this out to all of my friends on the train trips, the train tribe as we call ourselves. I think Mike Donahue is usually listening up in Chicago. Robert Bob Elston down in Ellis, down in Houston area. David and Carol in Fulton, Missouri. Martha up in Saxton's River. And Charlie and Sarah and Dan are also up in that area. I'm trying to think of who else. I always forget, and I apologize, but Susie's made some notes, and I'll remember when she shows me the notes. So this is Bob Dylan's, I'm not going to say the title again, it's just too damn long. Well, I ride on a mail train. I can't buy a thrill. I've been up all night, leaning on the windowsill. Yeah, well, if I die on top of the hill, yeah, well, if I don't make it, you know my baby will. Don't the moon look good, mama, shining down through the trees? You know that brakeman look good, flagging down the double E. And don't the sun look good going down over the sea? But don't my gal look fine when she's coming after me? Well, the winter time is coming. The windows are filled with frost. I tried to tell everybody, but I could not get across. Well, I wanna be your lover, baby. I don't wanna be your boss. Yeah, don't say I didn't warn you when your train gets lost. Yeah, don't say I didn't warn you when your train gets lost. Bob Dylan, it takes a lot to laugh. It takes a breath to finish saying the title of the song. Takes a train to cry. So it's one of my favorites. My favorite era of Bob Dylan is kind of really starts with Blonde on Blonde through John Wesley Hardin. I even like Self-Portrait, which so many people did not like and I never understood. I love New Morning, and all the way through Blood on the Tracks. And John Wesley Hardin was probably my favorite Bob Dylan album for many, many years. Now I'm not so sure. I think I might have worn it out. I know a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends that are really like the whole, I mean, I don't know what the word is, Dylanologist or something, but are very deeply into all of the music, all eras. And I'm a fan of all eras, but my favorite is that era, I guess I should say. So. But my favorite thing about Bob Dylan is that he has continued. You can just hear it and hear it. He doesn't give interviews that are really worth watching most of the time. He's kind of a reticent guy. It seems to me he just is not really interested in talking to people except for certain people. There's a great interview documentary. I think it's Martin Scorsese is the one directing it and interviewing him, and he must have some rapport, some good relationship, friendship-wise, I guess, with Martin Scorsese. But he opens up and just talks. He just talks about his reasons for doing what he does, trying to stay inspired, which over a lifetime, especially in that sort of unbelievable spotlight, insane, impossible to imagine that sort of attention on that level, from the time you were 20-something years old to have the world just falling down. And you can see it in those early interviews when he was in those films that were made when he's traveling in England. And he just has no respect for the people that are asking these questions, and they're asking the stupidest questions you could possibly imagine, and he's just discouraged and just fed up with it. And he was just a kid at the time, and I think at times he probably handled it. I don't know that he handled it all that well, but he always stayed focused artistically, I thought. Even if it wasn't something that was my favorite, he has always continued to do things that interested him, to keep himself interested artistically. So it's a very inspiring thing to look at and to consider and to contemplate, I guess. So, enough blabbing there about Bob Dylan. I'm going to do a song, title track 2 albums ago, called Sweet Bernadine. I'll send this out to my friend Steve Chapman out there in Redlands. Sometimes I say Steve is from San Bernardino or lives in San Bernardino, and he did for a long time. We sort of grew up together, went to the same high school, knew each other then. He was better friends with my sister Lucy and her friends. I barely went to school. I was just, the guys that I hung around with, we were interested in just being wild and doing, I don't know, drinking drugs and just, I was interested in adventures and things that I hitchhiked all over the country, all over California, that sort of thing. So I didn't go to high school a lot, lucky to graduate. I think they were just tired of the Shays at that point. So. But anyhow, this is the title track of a couple of albums ago. It's called Sweet Bernadine. It's a reference to San Bernardino, of course. And if you know anything about San Bernardino, the last 10, 20, 30 years, you know that San Bernardino's been in the news for all the wrong reasons. I won't even go into them. All of the jobs left kind of during the time that I was still living there, Norton Air Force Base and Kaiser Steel, and that just devastated the area, of course. But to any of us that have friends and family there, of course, it's heartbreaking. It's still just a beautiful, beautiful place to see in the right weather. And the first, settlers, and of course the Native Americans all knew that. That Inland Empire area was the choice area when the Mormons and before that Spanish and first settlers were showing up, because there was water. There was the river, the Santa Ana River, artesian wells that came down from the mountains there. So this song's a little bittersweet, but I think about what it was like when we were growing up there. The mountains covered with snow in the wintertime. The citrus blossoms in the springtime. It was not nearly as crowded. It was much more rural. And so I send this out to Steve, my friend Bob York, and everybody, my sister Joy, my sister Cindy, everybody with ties to San Bernardino. And Sweet Bernadine is a reference to the patron saint of San Bernardino, Saint Bernardine, who, from all reports, was kind of a hapless fellow, and nobody's quite sure how he became a saint. But he's ours, and we love him. Sweet Bernadine. Sun beats down on an old dirt track. Broke down wagon never did turn back. Down through the mountains and the rocks and the weeds, down to the river and the cottonwood trees. Oh, sweet Bernadine. Oh, sweet Bernadine. When times were good, they never did last long. For Johnny and Juanita seemed to all go wrong. You try to make a living, Try to stay ahead, try to do what you can to keep the little ones fed. Oh, sweet Bernadine. Oh, sweet Bernadine. Well, I was just 18 when I first left home. I drifted and I rambled just to try to stay gone. But the more I run, the more I see how this tired old town is still a part of me. Oh, sweet Bernadine. Oh, sweet Bernadine. And now the sun's come up and the heat's come down. It's hard luck living in a hard luck town. 'Cause everywhere you go, people shake their heads. It's hard not to think that you'd be better off dead. Oh, sweet Bernadine. Oh, sweet Bernadine. Oh, sweet Bernadine. Oh, sweet Bernadine. Thank you, baby. So, Jesse and Nikki and the baby are gone, driving home. So yeah, I talked a little earlier about how California is shutting down again and trying to get some sort of control over this virus before people being sick take over the hospitals and there's no room for anybody. So we're all being advised to stay home. And Jesse and Nikki, of course, they don't, we see them and we see my son Matt. They all work from home, so we figure we're safe with each other, all being as careful as we can be. But there's a lot of people that are not so fortunate. I mean, this is hard for all of us, but there are a lot of people that are out there that essential workers and people that are doing very, very hard work. You know, the people that pick the food that we eat. And it's an old story and still not treated very fairly. So this is a Woody Guthrie song just to kind of remind us to appreciate the people that work for us, I guess. So this is called Deportee. The crops are all in. Peaches are ripening, the oranges are packed in their creosote dumps. You're flying them back to that Mexican border to spend all their money to wade back again. Goodbye to my wall, goodbye Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all they will call you will be deportee. Some of us are illegal and others not wanted. Our work contract's out and we've got to move on. 600 miles to that Mexican border. They chase us like outlaws, like rustlers, like thieves. Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all they will call you will be deportee. The sky plane caught fire over Los Gatos Canyon. A fireball of lightning, it shook all our hills. Who are all these friends who were scattered like dry leaves? The radio said they were just deportees. Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all they will call you will be deportee. Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all they will call you will be deportee. Yeah, all they will call you will be deportee. Thank you, baby. A couple of years ago, I was driving from my friend. I had stopped over and stayed with my friend Billy Davis in Queens, and was driving the next day to Fredericksburg, Maryland, and to play some shows there with my friend Dominic. And so on the way leaving Billy's house there in Queens, I took, it wasn't much of a detour, but I went down to the highway that goes past Coney Island and got off and went down to Mermaid Avenue, which is where the house that Woody Guthrie lived in when he lived there in Coney Island area. The house is gone now, but there's a lot of houses that are still the same. One house over, one street over, same address, was a very similar house. I took some photos of that, and there was markets on the two corners, the little corner markets. I imagine Woody Guthrie and Cisco Houston and Leadbelly and whoever he was hanging out with, wandering down to the local markets there in the morning or whenever, and picking up the papers. And the plane wreck at Los Gatos is it was from the newspaper reports, is where Woody Guthrie wrote that song. It was a newspaper account of the plane wreck at Los Gatos. That was the name of the article. You can still look it up. So that was an amazing experience, just to kind of be there in that neighborhood. I walked down to the boardwalk, big wide boardwalk that is the boardwalk featured in the songs, Under the Boardwalk and all of the others. And the big wide beach there at Coney Island that there's pictures of Woody Guthrie hanging out there with his family in his hard-soled shoes, I believe, because that's how a guy went to the beach in those days. You wore your hard-soled shoes. That's maybe the only shoes you had. I don't know. But shoes have come a long way, and I'm happy about that. So what are we doing now? Oh, another song from the new album. This is a song from... this is the first song on the new album. It's a song that I heard from Lazy Lester. It's a song written by a Louisiana guy named Al Ferrier. Great swamp rock, rockabilly kind of a guy. But I love Lazy Lester's version just as much, if not more. This is called Blues Stop Knocking at My Door. Blues, stop knocking at my door. Can't you see my heart is sore? Blues, stop knocking at my door. What chance has this heart of mine? I keep losing all the time. Blues, stop knocking at my door. Oh, why can't misery set me free and let my love come back to me? Everything I do is wrong. In a crowd I'm all alone. Blues, stop knocking at my door. Why should I feel so blue? I've tried so hard to be true. Blues, stop knocking at my door. Send my lover back to me. Yeah, no more will there be blues knocking at my door. Oh, why can't misery set me free and let my love come back to me? Send my lover back to me. Yeah, no more will there be blues knocking at my door. Oh, why can't misery set me free and let my love come back to me? Send my lover back to me. Yeah, no more will there be blues knocking at my door. Send my lover back to me. Yeah, no more will there be blues knocking at my door. Yeah, blues knocking at my door. Oh, blues, stop knocking at my door. Thank you, baby. The great Al Ferrier. I'm going to do a couple of more songs. And as I talked about earlier, the original plan had been to play tonight at the Fred House. I did it once before the beginning of last month, I think on November, maybe it was the 5th of November too. I can't remember, but I had planned to do that and to play, to make it a sort of a residency. And Rich and the guys at the Fred House were keen on doing it too, to play every first Saturday from the Set House. Same show, same time and everything. But we've had to kind of change the plans because of the whole lockdown situation. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it next month. Will be January. Will be a new year, January 2021, which we've all been looking forward to. So I think the date is the 2nd. The first Saturday is January 2nd. So I'll hope to do that. But the other thing that I was going to talk about is I've been doing these shows every Saturday since March. And starting next year in January, I'm thinking about doing fewer shows, doing the first Saturday either from the Fret House or from here, and the third Saturday, and try and free up a little bit of time for some other things that I need to be doing. So just a little bit of warning about that. Starting in the new year, I'm likely going to do 2 shows a month instead of every Saturday. So I hope that's okay. I really very, very much appreciate everybody that has tuned in and tuned in on a regular basis and been supportive of me doing this. Thank you very, very much. Susie has some names there that she, again, won't show me, but I'll read off a few more names here. And everybody, Janet Karish, if I'm saying it correctly, thank you for tuning in. Oh, Lindy Rasmussen, Rasmussen, Lindy, excuse me, I'm not sure I'm saying your name correct. But Lindy from the Doo-Wah Riders, the great country band, country rock band from Southern California that toured all over the country and all over the world. Lindy, how are you doing? Good to hear from you. What is this, CNL Music Group? Glad you're tuning in. Bonnie Braun from Arizona. Thank you, Bonnie, for tuning in. Mike Pfister. How you doing, Mike? Oh, my friend David and Claudia up on the hill there in Silver Lake. Glad you're tuning in. Victor Phillips. Hey, Victor. Chico Dropeza. Chico, how are you? Tell me where you're from. Joseph Beasley. Also, Jimmy Van Boeven. How are you, Jimmy? I think you're here in Southern California, up there in the Castaic area, if I remember. Doreen Hope Hicks, how are you, Doreen? Tommy Salcedo over on the west side. And Dave, I can't read your last name there. So,
H-A-L-E.
Dave Hale. So thank you all for tuning in. There's some new listeners that I have not seen your names before. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to do a couple of more songs here and a couple of my favorites. This is a song I don't think I have sang on any of these shows so far. This is maybe the most recorded. I'm trying to think of the songwriters, and maybe the most recorded song in history. I'm trying to think of the songwriter's name, and it's slipped my mind. Harlan. No, it's not a country song, but this is a song called Stormy Weather. Anyhow, it's Susie and I tried to watch. Not that it's not a great movie and well worth watching, but we fell asleep, which is what I usually do. But we were watching the movie Stormy Weather just the other night, which is such a great film. It's a great all black cast, which was really groundbreaking for that era, for the 1940s. Lena Horne, Bill Bojangles Robinson, Cab Calloway, the Nicholas brothers do that unbelievable dance routine that has been called one of the greatest dance sequences ever filmed, all over the bandstand, all over the piano, up and down the stairs. They were so good, nobody would follow the Nicholas brothers back in those days. They just absolutely refused because the place was killed. They killed every show. So they would play before them. You know, it's like, yeah, I'll go on before those guys, but I am not going to follow those guys. They were just that, it's an amazing dance sequence to see. Anyhow, gosh, I wish I could think of he's a famous songwriter, and I slipped my mind. But anyhow, this is my version of Stormy Weather, which we're looking forward to whenever it finally gets here in Southern California, if it ever does. I don't know why there's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather, since my gal and I been together. It's raining all the time. Life is bad, gloom and misery everywhere, stormy weather. I just can't seem to get myself together. It's raining all the time. Since she went away, the blues ran out to get me. If she stays away, old rocking chair will get me. Now all I do is pray the Lord will let me walk in the sun once more. I can't go on. Everything I had is gone. Stormy weather. I just can't seem to get myself together. It's raining all the time. Since she went away, the blues ran out to get me. If she stays away, old rocking chair will get me. Now all I do is pray the Lord will let me walk in the sun once more. I can't go on. Everything I had is gone. Stormy weather. I just can't seem to get myself together. It's raining all the time. It's raining all the time. It's raining all the time. Harold Arlen. I don't know why I kept trying to make Arlen the first name, but Harold Arlen is the songwriter. Oh, thank you, Terry. Thank you for, it bubbled up out of whatever is up there. Bubbled up out of the mess of my brain at the last minute. So I'm going to do one more song and say goodnight and send this out to David and Carol there at the sheep farm in Fulton, Missouri. Hang in there, everybody. Be safe. Take care. We got a little ways to go. But the vaccine is, I think it's going to do the job. So we'll all get the vaccine and actually, I don't know what. In ancient times, after the last plague, there was reports of binge drinking and orgies. So apparently we have that to look forward to as soon as we can all get that vaccine. So I'm looking forward to that. So here's a song that I used to sing in the Honky Tonks from Hank Williams. This is called The Honky Tonk Blues. Well, I left my home out on the rural route. Told my pop I'm gonna step in and get the honky tonk blues. Hey, the honky tonk blues. Oh Lord, I've got 'em. I've got the honky tonk blues. Well, I went to a dance and I wore out my shoes. Woke up this morning wishing I could lose these jumping honky tonk blues. Hey, the honky tonk blues. Oh Lord, I've got 'em. I've got the honky tonk blues. Well, I stopped into every place in town. This city life has really got me now. I've got the honky tonk blues. Hey, hey, the honky tonk blues. Oh Lord, I've got 'em. I've got the honky tonk blues. I'm gonna tuck my worries underneath my arm, scout right back to my pappy's farm and lose these honky tonk blues. Yeah, the honky tonk blues. Oh Lord, I've got 'em. I've got the honky tonk blues. Why, I don't wanna be bothered with the honky tonk blues. Thank you all very much. Good night. Stay safe. We'll see you next week here from Casa de Calora, House of Heat, so to speak. Actually, it's just that the street that we live on is called Calora, which I don't know if that exactly means heat or not. But anyhow, we will see you again. Stay safe and be good and follow all the rules. There's a lot of rules these days.